Hi guys and gals, it's Shannon, and today I'm going to be talking about some Christmas traditions I've had throughout my life, from when I was a child to present. So, present? Christmas? No? Okay. Okay, so the first set of traditions I had was obviously when I was a child and living with my parents. So the way Christmas morning always used to go for us is we'd wake up, because I obviously have a younger sister, we'd wake up and we'd run into our parents' room, which was literally across the hall. And we'd run in there all excited, jump up and down on their bed saying, get up, get up, get up, get up. But to entertain us for an hour or so, they'd be like, oh look, Santa left your stockings in our room. So we'd have the stockings, we'd go back into our room to play with them, and then they'd get another hour or so of sleep. So me and my sister would be like, look what's in it. We'd eat some of the chocolate and play with the toys and, you know, just stuff like that. So then around an hour or so later, we'd run back into our parents' room like, can you go see if Santa's been? Because they had to check if Santa had been and put presents under the tree. So they got up, got dressed, went downstairs and checked to make sure Santa had put presents under the tree. Then me and my sister would go running down the stairs and we'd start opening our presents in our PJs. So me and my sister would be in our PJs and my parents would be dressed. Sorry, I'm covered in red lipstick. Yeah, so my parents would be dressed. Me and my sister would be in our PJs still opening presents. So once we'd opened our PJs, while my mum prepared Christmas breakfast, which is usually a full English breakfast, me and my sister would go upstairs and get dressed, and we usually got dressed into something new that we had just got that morning. So we'd get dressed, and then we'd come downstairs and we'd have breakfast. And then after that, it was time to go and visit our grandparents. So we'd visit both my mum's parents and my dad's parents that during the day. So we'd usually start off with my mum's parents. We'd go over there, open up more presents that Santa had left there, and we'd have a spot of lunch there with them. And then after we'd finished lunch, we'd go over to my dad's parents' house, where we'd open more presents and spend a bit of time playing with them. And like, my grandparents had a dog, so we'd play with the dog and spend some time with my grandparents and my uncles, because my dad only has brothers. He's one of 5. So we'd spend some time with my uncles, and Christmas was always a big family event, so all the brothers were there, sorry. So after we were done at my dad's parents' house, we'd go home and we'd watch movies and play with toys while my mum cooked Christmas dinner. So mum kind of entertained us because she didn't really like us in the kitchen when she was trying to cook Christmas dinner. So she'd say, oh, go play with your toys, watch a movie, listen to music, blah, 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 blah. But the only thing that wasn't allowed is we weren't allowed to eat anything before Christmas dinner. So mum would finish cooking and then we'd sit around the table, pull crackers, eat dinner, have dessert, and then it would be time for a nap. Because we were usually so full from Christmas dinner, we just had to have a nap. You know, one of those, when you've had so much food, you just have to sleep to be able to work it off. It was that sort of thing. But after a nap, we'd get up, play with some more toys, and just enjoy the rest of Christmas Day. And that's how it was every year, right up until my parents split up. After that, we got 2 Christmases. So when my parents split up, I was 14 and my sister was 11. And Christmas with my mum was very much the same, except obviously we didn't really get toys. We got like gadgets, and my sister got makeup, for example. I've never really been one for makeup. I wear it now and then, and as you can see, I've got it on today. But yeah, mum did get me some makeup from time to time, so we always got things like that. I'm sorry, my allergies are acting up. Whereas Christmas with my dad was a bit different, because my mum was usually the one that did the stockings and the presents and the sacks and stuff, so we didn't get stockings from my dad because he couldn't figure out how to do them, bless him. So we still got sack presents, like a sack of presents. So my sister would help my dad pick mine, and I would help my dad pick my sister's. And then after we'd opened them and had a spot of breakfast, which wasn't a full fry-up anymore because by this point my dad was not the best of cooks, so he didn't feel confident enough to cook full English or Christmas dinner. So we'd then go over to his parents' house, and that is where we would have Christmas dinner. And we'd like have some fun with my uncles. It was like around that time Christmas was still very much a family function, so all my uncles were there and we'd be playing and having a lot of fun. And then in the evening we'd have a spot of tea, and then we'd go home, and then we'd watch Christmas movies or listen to Christmas music. And that's how it was up until I moved out, and I lived with my mum for another year, well, not even a year, 8 months. And I spent, I had Christmas was about the same, and it changed again when I moved in with Mad Mac. So what me and Mad Mac do is we wake up, and first thing we do before we open any presents is we go around turning on all of the, that's the point, we go around turning on all of the lights, because I turned that one on the wrong way. Because as you can tell, we have quite a few Christmas lights. I mean, there's 2 behind me, there's obviously the Christmas tree, there's 2 in each, like 2 sets of lights in each of our big windows that are at the front of the building, and then 2 more additional sets of lights. So we go around, we turn all the lights on so it feels nice and cozy, and there's enough lights in here that we can be able to see what we're doing, and it will be fully lit, and we wouldn't actually have to turn on the overhead lights. So that's what we do, and then we open up our stockings, and then we open up our gifts from each other and then everyone else. So after that, I will put on either a Christmas movie or Christmas music, and I will start to cook Christmas dinner because we have it at lunchtime rather than in the evening, especially this year because Mad Mac is actually working Christmas Day evening. So after we'd eaten, we'd go over and see my auntie and uncle because we live in a building on their property. So we'd go over and visit them, and then we'd come back and relax for the rest of the day. We'd listen to music, watch some movies, maybe have a nap, and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy Christmas Day. And that's how it's been every year. I mean, this year's going to be different because Mad Mac is working Christmas Day. So this year I'm actually on my own for the evening, so I'm probably going to be filming. Funnily enough, I'm probably going to be filming some videos while he's not here. But yeah, so that's all how Christmas traditions have worked. I mean, some have changed, but they've all changed, they've all adapted and grown with me. Some things have obviously been added. I mean, me and Mad Mac do Christmas Eve boxes, and we never got I never got Christmas Eve boxes when I was a kid. Just because it wasn't a thing, just like Elf on the Shelf wasn't a thing. But yeah, so Christmas has always been a happy time for me, and it continues to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then hit that subscribe button for me and ring that little bell so you get notified every time I upload. I'm currently doing Vlogmas. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'll see you all through the screen. Bye guys!